All right, so the final step here in this process, after I've reviewed my data in my work folder or work library and I'm satisfied with the results, the next step is to publish this to a public area and get it loaded into memory so that I can share the data as well as create the visualizations that I want using SAS's Visual Analytics reporting and visualization application. And so you can see I've got my third swim lane here labeled publish, and I am bringing in the Geo Network data temp table that I created in the previous swim lane. Um, and I've connected it to a new query. And this one's pretty straightforward. I'll show you the properties here. So it's pulling in basically all of the rows, or sorry, all of the columns from my temp table, and that's all I'm doing here with the query. And then I'm writing it to this new table called Demo Geo Network Data. And notice that I've selected a new library, this MDE library, which is a publicly facing library. And I'm going to create a new physical table out of it. Now this is where this is an area where you need to focus in on. So for this particular type of table, I want to make sure I promote it to a global in-memory table and then drop and replace that table if it exists, and then also select Save to persist the table on disk and replace that as well. So this basically puts this into memory, also creates a physical manifestation of that data, and makes it global so that everybody can access it and create reports on it. All right, so I'm going to come up here to my MDE library. You can see I've got it already created here. I'll delete it. And then I'll run the full flow again. And as I mentioned, it's going to run through each of these work streams in sequence. And I've got green checks as it passes through all the different tasks. You can see at the bottom here, I've got a message. The submission is complete. And I can see that in my MDE library, I've got this new table called Demo Geo Network Data. Now, if I go to I can go to Explore and Visualize, and I brought that table into my data visualization tool, and I've built out my visualization. So the center node being my patient, and all these nodes around it are the patients. And let's see, I can set the size of these links to the distance in miles if I want. Or, sorry, maybe I'll do link width. That'll be better for distance in miles. So the further away I get, the thicker the lines get. And I can actually see the distance in miles as I hover over between these two. So that's it, basically. So creating a data flow to walk through the steps of combining my patients and pharmacy data so that I've got a table that has every combination of a patient and a pharmacy in it. And then also calculating the distance using using a SAS program. And then taking that data set and appending the patient data back to it so that I can add in the terminal nodes, and then unioning those two together to get to my final data set, and then a final set of tasks to publish it out so that I can use it for reporting.